Hello, this is a reflective video on the Director's Cut portion of Assignment 3.9, the Team Challenge. My name is Bill Toney, and I am the team captain of the Fifth Element, Team 5, Evan Schwartz and myself. First off, let me begin by saying what an honor it is to work with Evan. What a talented, driven person who I'm certain is going to go far in life. I believe I'm learning a lot from him as well, so I'm very grateful for this process. First and foremost, the brainstorming process of this project. Our team has made most of our contact through private group email on the FSO platform. It's been working out pretty good for Evan and myself. We send links back and forth, bounce ideas. A lot of the ideas have come from Evan, to be fully honest. The team logo, the team name. I'm one that when there's a good idea, I like to run with it. It's something I do professionally as a chef, something I do when composing music. If there's a good idea, I like to grab on it and just start working at it. And Evan presented a couple of very good ideas, and the team all was in agreement that let's move forward with these ideas. So because we were the Fifth Element, I had suggested that we maybe keep it in the theme and address something to do with Earth. And Evan had mentioned littering, and I thought that that was a great idea. So we figured we would try to solve the world's littering problem through gamification. So basically, we decided that I can do presentations. Evan is very gifted with websites. So I would make a presentation, Evan would make a website, and that's pretty much what happened. And we bounced our ideas back and forth throughout the process on the FSO platform through email. And we came up with something that I feel is pretty nice and something that would actually benefit society. The team experience. You know, this was something coming into this Full Sail study that I was most concerned with, because you never know who you're going to be working with. And I got to tell you, I understand how important this process is and how necessary it is in the real world. And it's been a true honor to be part of this team process. And I'm learning a lot about what it is to collaborate, especially long distance. And it's a very good experience. You know, there's some bumps in the roads. Maybe not everybody in the team is that easy to contact or as willing to do the work. But when you have somebody that is, it makes it all the worthwhile. We did, when we first make a connection, play I Spy with my little eye website style. That was Evan's idea as well. And well, we did it. We went through the motions and we did it to do it. And we, you know, I was terrible at it. I didn't really understand the concept of the game all that well. But it was a good process because, you know, it showed both Evan and myself that we both show up to an appointment. When we designated, we learned a little bit about each other, and it was overall a good experience. I want to take you guys on a little bit of a behind the scenes of how I go about my process in my end of this project. Okay, first off, everything starts on pen and paper for me. I start my brainstorming out first off by reviewing the reading for the week, the reading assignment, so I can incorporate all of the assignment. And then I start researching, brainstorming and researching. Researching on the web. Every time I find an image or information I want to use, I write down the source on the paper so I can later credit it. And I start writing out the rough draft of my script, of my voiceover for my presentation. And then I'm going to dismount this camera and take you behind the scenes. And then I type out my script. And once my script is typed, I set it up on my music stand. And I have a microphone, but my microphone is actually on the desk right now because of the lecture yesterday. But I set it up standing up. You know, very fortunately for me, my last class was creative presentation, so I'm able to instantly apply a lot of those tools that I learned last month in psychology of play. So that's been very helpful. So, you know, I'm not the most, I'm not known for my voice or my presentations in life, but I'm using what I've learned. So I type out in bold print, as you can see, I type out my presentation, standing up so that I have the best opening of my diaphragm and the best opportunity for projection of my voice. And I go through it and I read it until I have it right, and I try to emote as best as possible. And then once I have it down, I can edit it and work with it. Now, of course, I'm an aspiring film music composer. So Sunday night, after I got done with work at around 9:30, I came home, and the new week's assignments don't become available until 11:59. So I knew what our topic was already at this point, and we knew that we were going to do the littering issue. So I had a little free time, and I decided, you know, I was going to compose some music to go with my presentation. So I wanted the first portion of the music to be very wasteland and melancholy. And the second half of the composition was more of a we're fixing the problem part of the solution. So I compose here in my studio. I'm very fortunate to have some pretty cool stuff. So I compose through my instruments, and I compose on my DAW digital audio workstation of choice, which currently is Ableton Live, but in Full Sail I'm going to be learning Pro Tools and Logic. Let me open up this file for you. This file is musical composition that I've since changed the name to Swirlwind. And basically, I just been working the music, readjusting it to fit the voiceover, and of course you'll hear it in the presentation, but basically it's a process. And then added my voice to these tracks, and of course panned them accordingly and put them 12 decibels higher than the music. And then I imported it to Powtoons and started making the visual aspects of my presentation. Forgive me if I'm rambling. Okay. So, then I get my Powtoons together and I edit it, get it to where I want it, and I send it to Evan for him to incorporate into the website. And what a job he did on that website. Here you see the homepage. There's my part of the project right there, my presentation. And Evan laid out this beautiful web page with an about us, our mission, our gamification plans, our contact info, blog section where you can find the presentation, some of Evan's work. I feel it's truly spectacular. You know, it all comes together. Littering is a problem at every corner of our round, beautiful earth. And I hope through this assignment that we can actually lay down the foundations to make a difference with this exact issue. And it goes further than just a school project. But anyway, that's my end of this presentation and this assignment. And we'll have it in by Sunday. And looking forward to next week's leg of the project. Anyway, signing out. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Evan Schwartz. I'm a team member on the Fifth Element for Psychology of Play. This is the week 3 challenge, and one of the objectives is to put together a director's cut. So one of the things that Bill and I have been working on is trying to piece it all together, and now we're going to show you how we did it. So I'm going to look back here. So this is the rig I'm working with, just doing a quick round the room type of thing. And on the first screen we've got over here, I'll show you ever so slightly. Not as good at camera control as Bill is, but that's our team charter, and I'm AKA the maker. So my role here is to basically follow what Bill's leadership has brought to the team and see if I can manifest his vision and pull it all together. So, and he's also really good at doing the PAL presentation. So he put together a really cool one for this week, and we put that into the website, and we've came up with this really great idea for being able to use litter as an objective to get people to clear up and clean up the environment. And what we're looking to do is based on the amount that you clean up, so you're sort of paid for performance, is the number of pounds of garbage and recycling you get dollars banked as the cleaner that can be given to your charity of choice. So it's kind of like a 2 birds with 1 stone type of thing, which I really like that. It's very efficient. So we're getting people to clean up the environment, to use dollars that we get from our sponsors to then donate to charities as part of the community. So, and this will be a first for me. I'm actually currently working on, so I'm going to try to go this up. So if you can see down on this screen, I'm actually putting together the director's cut as we speak. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what you're actually watching. Oops, stop that. And we'll scroll back to the beginning here. So this is our intro. This kind of ties it all together. And if you can get a little bit close there. And that's our director's cut introduction. So that's the kind of thing that I do. I do that, and I put together these pretty PDFs. So I worry about these sort of things. And as Bill so almost embarrassingly so for me brought up, was our website. which might be easier to get to from our email. So I'm going to open that in a new tab and just let you take a look at that. I think Bill has already showed you that, but this is kind of our Cash for Trash website. Bill coined that phrase, by the way. I thought it was very catchy. And you're probably looking in our blog right now to see this particular video. So in this particular case, my role was just to kind of piece everything together, put it in a presentable format, did a little bit of the creative graphic design work and layout. And what makes this, to me, some of the most amazing part of it is we did everything, and I'm just going to scroll through this real quick. We did everything in the FSO email. So there's Dillian, Simon, and Bill, and back and forth. We were able to coordinate all of this, uploading examples. This was my example of the logo, and really kind of piece it all together and come up with a cohesive thought all through email. So I thought that was quite amazing. Bill, in his segment, went over all the major details, so I just threw in my 2 cents of the parts and pieces I'm working on. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this director's cut. We had fun doing this as a team. Bill really pulled it all together, and I think through a team effort we have something worth pursuing down the road even after this class. So I'm with Bill on this. I'd like to actually see Cash for Trash become something real that you see out there in the world, cleaning up the world and helping things out. Thank you.